Welcome to my channel, where there are interesting and equally sensational stories. Listen to today's story. I'm about to end a 5-year marriage because she keeps cheating on me and I feel deeply hurt. Me, 33 male, and my wife, 30 female, have been married for 5 years. She's a gorgeous woman. I absolutely love her. But she doesn't know how to be faithful. When we started dating, I know she had cheated in the past, but her ex was extremely abusive and I thought that maybe that's why she did that. I've always done everything for her. She always seemed happy. And for a long time, I never thought she was unfaithful. And then I found out she cheated on me. It happened years ago. She seemed to be really sorry and I thought that this relationship could still work. We were good again for a long time. But then I found out she did it again and all over with a lot of people and multiple times. By then, I realized also for other reasons that she lacks impulse control. So I thought that maybe it wasn't completely her fault, got her into therapy, and tried to fix things again. Just recently, I found out she did it again and I'm so done with this. I really wanted to be with her. We get along very well and I thought she just needed some help, but I don't know how to help her if she keeps opening her legs to everyone. By now, she has cheated on me with several mutual friends, some of her coworkers, and even my stepbrother. This is humiliating for me. I just don't know if there's something wrong with me that she constantly keeps doing that or if she's the one that totally F-ed things up. I loved her so much and will keep doing this. So I decided that I was going to leave her. We were already applying for divorce and not living together anymore. And then a few days ago, she says she was sexually abused. The worst thing is that I believe her. She called me crying saying that she really needed me. I went to her house, and she was bleeding. She had bruises, and she was completely scared. She told me that she occasionally met one of the guys she had cheated on me with. He wanted to have a sex again. She didn't want to. So he forced her. Some of my friends say that she's setting me up to don't divorce her, but I saw how she was like in that day and I prefer to believe she wouldn't lie about something like this. I've been supporting her emotionally through this. It's still very recent, and now I just don't know how to leave her in this situation. Let's check in with those reactions. Shall we? Finance Remarkable 881 says, I think it's a mistake for you to be so present in her healing as if she is telling the truth about this. She could become codependent regardless of what she's going through, which is an awful thing. You should still continue the divorce process. Tell her you're not qualified to give her the amount of support she needs in this situation and have her file a police report and tell her family or friends who can give her more permanent support. Megavis EE says, report the sexual abuse to the police. Tell your wife to identify the assailant. Locate the relatives of her wife. Ask for their help. Take her to a psychologist and divorce her. Next up, Weaver of Worlds chimes in. She's totally effed up, and your friends and stepbrother are crap people who cut completely out of your life. Ethan V has some more thoughtful thoughts. Mate. She was never there for you over the years when she committed emotional murder and humiliation on you over the years. Why should you be here to support her now? She has never had your back. Yeah. You are being her emotional support after realizing all her F-buddies are just using her for somewhere wet to put their male parts. Dude, come on. You're falling for her game over and over again. You need to read a book called No More Mr. Nice Guy, or you will always be a doormat to someone else's needs. She doesn't consider your need or self-respect, safety, or fidelity. Let alone be honest with you and lies behind your back. Dude, my enemies don't treat me as bad as she treating you. It's your funeral, mate. At this point, you know exactly what you're going to get with her, yet you're falling for it over and over again. At this stage, it's all on you. You know what she's like. You're the one inflicting this on yourself in the name of being a nice guy. Good luck with that. If you feel that's all you deserve, then I'll have power to you. But I think good people deserve better. The consequence for her cheating should have been the loss of your emotional support. But here you are giving it away again. Zero consequences for her actions. This is why she kept cheating. I'm sorry. This is harsh, but this is exactly why I would tell a mate that I cared about. You really need a reality check. I prefer to believe she wouldn't lie about something like this. Yeah. Like she hasn't lied over and over to suit her selfish needs before. Get over your hero complex, mate. She knows how to manipulate you. She probably was sexual abuse, but that is not your concern anymore. She's using you. On to the next story. Found that my girlfriend cheated on me with a guy that used to bully me. So I feel like I should first explain that I've been madly in love with my girlfriend for the past 3 years since we first met each other. We met on Tinder, and as far as I knew, we were really very happy together the whole time. This whole thing is super weird, even more so because she keeps hinting to me that she wants me to marry her. Pretty much every month, she will say something like, "My granddad keeps asking when you're going to propose in, like, an expectant manner." It's messed with my head a lot because it's just confused me. If it were any other situation, then I would just easily walk away after finding out what happened, but I do feel like she really does love me, and it was a mistake. I found out recently that she cheated on me 2 years ago with someone that was basically a bully to me during high school. The only reason I found out is because I went on her phone and found messages between them. He had been pestering her for a long time, sending dick pics and videos, up until as recently as last month. It baffles me why she didn't just block him. I went searching through their chat history and found that they were hooking up for at least a month, 2 years ago, 1 year under our relationship. She went to his house, and they definitely had sex on more than one occasion. There were messages from her saying how good it was and how nice his cock is. This is obviously heartbreaking for me and will probably be the end of our relationship. It hurts even more because I know the guy, and the fact he was such a horrible person during high school. He would randomly punch me if he got the chance, tried to get me in headlocks, tried to steal money, although I never let him. I do think he once pinched my phone from my bag during a PE lesson, although it was never proven. When I first found the texts, I kept it quiet and didn't tell her because I didn't want to overreact, but what should I really do? I don't know if I can stomach staying with her. Asking for advice. You know we got it. M93 NYC starts us off. You should have screenshotted it and sent it to your phone for proof, then break up with a cheater. She went back for a whole month. That's not a mistake. That's a choice. Now it's up to you. Do you want to think every time you see her that she let another guy hit or leave her and find someone that wouldn't cheat on you when she gets the chance? Next piece of advice from Little Law 3996. Okay. Do something like this. First, we need to be smart here. Take all the screenshots from her phone and save it to your phone. Things to do now. 1. Start with, okay. I think we need to take the next step in our relationship. Both of us love each other, so it's appropriate. We do it now. Is there anything you want to tell me before we move to the next step? Now this is where you will get to know her character, as she is honest and guilt-ridden. She will spell the truth. Otherwise, this is where the fun starts. 2. Ask her, do you know a person called the bully's name? 3. If she says, yes, ask her, how well do you know him? If she says, no, ask her, are you sure? Can you try to remember him? 4. If she says yes, did you like him in the past? If so, did you have sexual relations with him? If no, ask her what you were doing with him in the specific month where she was having sex with him. 5. She will start to crumble here. Now, start to show the screenshots. 6. Now once all the truth comes out, tell her you need time to make a decision. The decision is already made to break up with her, but we're not going to give her an easy out. 7. Tell your closest friends and family what she did. And after a few days, officially break up with her through text. Do not give her closure. If you like this plan, go ahead with it. One more comment coming from OK Replacement 7697. 1. Confront her and tell her. You know. She doesn't love you like you say, because if she did, she wouldn't have kept in contact with hers for so long. On top of that, it was with someone who did you so much harm. 2. Don't be quiet about this. She disrespected you and was doing the worst thing you can do in a relationship. Do not try to hide her infidelity. If her family asks what happened, tell them the truth. You would only be protecting her if you hide it. How long have you known this? When was the last time they had sex? Why did they stop? Unfortunately, you have to accept the current situation and not let it continue to make fun of you. Hope you update if you have done something. On to the next story. Go from constantly flirting while drinking. My girlfriend, 30 female, and I, 35 male, have been together for 7 months now, and we've recently been arguing about her openly flirting with other guys when she's drinking. She brought me out of town as her wedding date last weekend, and she made a few jokes about how the bride's brother was now single, and she wanted to join the family too. Night before the wedding, we were hanging out with everyone drinking, and she and I were sitting on the couch. She started talking intently with him, flirting and even resting her hand on his leg, while I was sitting directly next to her. She's a naturally outgoing, animated and friendly person, but I also noticed that she flirts with guys that are her type, so not all guys. Fast forward to the wedding, and she mentioned that the brother wanted to have a dance with her that night. I noticed a few times when I was sitting at the table, taking a break from dancing, that she was dancing right next to him. Then when I went to the bathroom, a slow song came on, and she was slow dancing very closely with him. When I confronted her on all of this, she made excuses that she was looking for me when I was in the bathroom, and he was the only person left to dance with. Not at a 150-person wedding. She didn't even recognize that she was flirting with him the day before. On one hand, I think she's just used to being flirty when drinking and was probably never called out on, as her last relationships weren't really serious. There was another time a few months ago where she had her hand on a guy's leg when drinking. On the other hand, there should be a basic respect for our relationship. She did apologize profusely the next day and seems to feel genuinely bad about it. Overall, we have a great relationship, but these incidents concern me about our future and do not help my level of trust in her. Thoughts? Thoughts. We love providing thoughts. Professional Volume 93, you're up first. If you are not comfortable, then you must tell her or learn to live with it or leave. Those are your options. This relationship has been going for 7 months, so not a huge investment in time. The actions you have described does not indicate that she understands boundaries and is a bit disrespectful of your relationship. She is a 30-year-old woman and not a silly girl, or she really should have more understanding. Do you have any info about her dating history? Has she been unfaithful in the past? It would be good to know. I think that in your position, I would be on the lookout for any other red flags. Next comment coming from Mike H. 1971. The hand on the leg, nope. That's a tell. I was drinking with my best friend and his girlfriend at the time. During the festivities, she eases her hand on my leg. I gave it about 3 seconds and gently moved her hand back to her side. She never did it again. Watch her back, my man. Final comment from Cool Lobster 2074. Ask her how she would feel if you put your hand on the leg of a woman you made clear to her you found attractive and joked about wanting to date her and then slowly dance with her. I doubt she would be fine with this. I can be flirty when I'm drunk, but I would never put my hand on someone's thigh.